Hey guys, Dr. Epic Jr. here, and in this video we're going to be reviewing another product that I got from Christmas, and these are the Creative Expert alcohol markers, and I'm going to be comparing them to my Ohuhu markers that I got for my birthday. So this is maybe going to be really interesting, maybe it won't be, but I'm going to do some color swatching, I'm going to do some blending things, and I'm going to be comparing them in an actual art piece. So let's get into the video. Okay guys, to start we're going to be opening up this box, the 48 alcohol markers from the Creative Expert. So it says they're chisel and fine tip alcohol markers. So I'm going to open it up and see what's inside. Just looks like a standard plastic case. I think this will be this is much more helpful than the Ohuhu case for organization and stuff, because in the Ohuhu it's just it's really messy and unorganized because they're just all shoved in there. And on this, as long as I don't take out like 100 pens at the same time, I should be able to keep them all straight and everywhere they're supposed to be. But it's a little bit harder to take them out of the case, but that's fine. So here's the fine tip and the broad or chisel tip on these markers. So now it's time for this color swatch. I'm just going to be writing out the different numbers on the marker, because here it says 06. I'm going to be writing out the number, and then I'm going to be using that pen to draw. So I start with 06, and then here it is. Here's the fine tip. I'm probably just going to time-lapse this as we go through, because it will most likely take a long time. So here we go. So now that I finished my color swatch for these new markers, I'm going to compare that to my original color swatch from Ohuhu. So here are my different color swatches. I don't know, I think the colors are just about as vibrant, and there's some good color variation here. Definitely some similar colors when I'm looking at it together, but it should overall work well to have these two different sets. Something that I didn't talk about previously is that my Ohuhu markers have this brush tip on them, and the Creative Expert markers have a fine point instead, which is more firm. So that's just something that I wanted you to keep in mind. So those are the differences between colors. I think they're pretty similar. It's too hard to tell which one's better right now. I'm not really trying to find which one's better anyway, because I will be using both of them. I'm not planning to replace my old markers. It was just for extra color backup and other stuff, just in case. So now on to blending. Here is my blending that I did with my Ohuhu markers when I made my trying alcohol for the first time video. So as you can see, it blends really well, super duper well. It's amazing. Something that the new set didn't have that the old one did was a colorless blender. So that was definitely helpful for this. I'm just going to be blending right here on the top. I don't think it turned out quite as clean, but it's still clean enough that it would work in an actual art piece. I can give it credit, but it's not quite as good as Ohuhu, in my opinion. Hey guys, it's finally time to do the actual artworks, but I didn't want my variable art style and my own drawings to cause a difference between the two markers so that I would get a fair comparison. I decided to use an actual coloring book, and this is the best one I found, the Beethoven activity book. So I'm just going to be coloring in 2 of the different drawings in this book using my pens, starting with the Ohuhu markers. Hey guys, sorry for how long this video took. It actually took a really long time, like almost a whole week to make. So here I'm finally comparing my final drawings. Here's the one that I did with the Ohuhu markers. I didn't actually end up coloring like the very outer edges because you can't see it in the time lapse, so I was too lazy to do it. So here's the drawing of the Ohuhu markers. I think it turned out actually really cool. It has nice... The texturing is the only thing that I might change, but the colors went down really well. And here is the one that I did with the Creative Expert markers. I don't think it turned out quite as well. One thing that I did realize was that the colors are much more vibrant. You can't really see it on the camera, but the colors are a lot more vibrant. Almost like highlighters, which is, in some respects, really good, but if you don't want to be coloring with highlighters, then you don't really want to use these, because it feels like you're coloring with highlighters. And it's also kind of hard to fill in large spaces, so I ended up using like the chisel tip, and it got a little bit messy in places. It turned out, all in all, pretty well, so thanks for watching. Leave a comment which one you liked better. I will keep using both these markers. Hope you enjoyed the video. This was Dr. Jr. signing off.